Chelsea here. Another drawing tip. And I talk a lot about this with my students about the importance of dark and light. And I chose this photograph. Last time I showed you using grid lines to look at relationships, but also looking at the shapes of dark and light. So what I've done is I've actually um, drawn in some to see that. So here's a large dark shape. We know it's his hair. You can go here or above. The whole thing is one big dark shape. There's another dark shape here. Here's one. Here's a dark shape. I can make it as big as I want, or I can limit it to smaller. But these are just dark shapes. I know there's a nose here, there's a cast shadow, there's an eye, and there's even a little bit of light under here and over there. But if you squint your eyes, it tends to remove those little light things you can always add in later. Uh, but really understanding that reproducing a photo like this to a drawing is about identifying the light and the dark. And you notice with black and white film, and if you do pencil or charcoal, all you have are shades of gray. So all the only information you can really provide that gives that third dimension, which is the dimension of depth, not the vertical or the horizontal, those are how things line up. But the dark and light is about that third dimension that we want to try to represent to make something look realistic. And that is just about dark and light. So if I just concentrate on these large shapes, and when I'm doing my drawing, and I can do this another time, I will just draw this one big dark shape, then another big dark shape, then this big dark shape. Here's another dark shape down here. It doesn't matter. This is a tie. This is the neck. This is the cheek. This is the hair. This is the eye. Here's the nose. Here's the cast shadow. Here's the mouth. The whole big thing is a shape. Get those shapes in the correct relationship with each other in terms of some are darker. This is a bit of a, this isn't quite as dark as here, or quite, it's not as dark as here. Same with this one. This is more closely to that. There's, this I could also do with a big light shape. This whole big light shape all around the face. Here on the nose, here's a light shape that goes up into the forehead. Um, get those shapes. Notice ones that are really, really dark versus ones that are really, really light. You might have 5 levels, one being the lightest and 5 being the darkest. So here's a very little light spot here. Here's some light over in this area. Here's some light here. Here's a nice light shape over here. That'll be my 1. Then maybe this is a 2. This is 2. Under here could be 2. Then I'll have 3. I'll have 4. I'll have 5. Moving up to the darkest. Get those down, get those in relationship to each other. Then I can do the little details and get some of the where it's a little bit lighter here, a little bit lighter under there, here. Add those later. But first get those large shapes. And that'll really help you get likeness. And I think also get something to have a realistic look. So good luck with that. Takes practice to notice them. But I do believe that drawing is much, much more about what I see, what I pay attention to, than it is about what I do with my pen or pencil or charcoal or even paintbrush. So good luck with that. I hope you find it helpful. Bye-bye.